Well, good morning, YouTube. All square. Race and road. Finally, I managed to say name of the company correct. I know, changed the name before, and I'm sorry. I'm really bad with names. Anyways, Chris is back here today, and we are going to do a full setup of this thing because I'm racing in literally 2 days. Saturday at Brands Hatch. I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out, but at least you will see how it's done. We did cover all the basics last time. This time the car is a little bit different. The front is wider, the rear is wider, the suspension is slightly different. We have EP3 adjustable camber and cast adjustable top mounts. So basically it's like, well, it's a fresh build. Everything needs to be done from scratch, and Chris is amazing at doing those sort of fresh, fully built. I mean, if you don't follow him on Instagram or his other social media channels, do check him out, because you know, people that he looks after, they win stuff. That's why I like to use him, and he looks after some really trick cars, and he knows a thing or two about suspension. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the car out here, because this is the flattest spot. The garage is a little bit cramped, if you ask me, to put the sort of the strings and stuff. We did it last time in my sort of little, well, not a shed, the little carport, and it was okay-ish, but it was a little bit tight. But here, I mean, we have all the space in the world. So yeah, he's using a normal sort of string method, and personally I think this is probably even better than using those laser tools, because I did do a couple of alignments before, and we constantly had problems because those things need to be calibrated, and last time it wasn't calibrated. Then it was showing one thing on the thing, then it was pulling to the left, then we come back and it was showing something else. With those things, it's literally, once you set it up, the ruler does not lie, right? So once you set it up, you know it's exactly what it says on the ruler. So it's perfect. So that's what we're going to be using. I mean, all of his tools, he has all these sort of the scales and all of those little sort of places and stuff like that. And the best thing about Chris, look, a van right in my place, you know, he comes to you. So if you really want to set up and you're lazy like me, or the car is kind of, you know, at a stage where it's not really movable or whatever, you know, he can sort you out. And also truck support, don't forget. So yeah, let's get started. Let's push this thing out. While Chris doing some of his things, I will probably start finishing a few bits off. That's a good one. Also, probably you're looking at me and you're like, what is this fancy t-shirt you're wearing? Well, rear-wheel drive Saudi. Andy Ponting, one of my good mates, building a sick S3. Well, he's been building it for many years, and God knows when it's going to finish. So he's probably better known for his Volvos now. So we did this t-shirt exchange. So he brought out merch. He has a lovely YouTube channel. Unfortunately, doesn't post as often as I like to see, because his stuff is brilliant. He's a good engineer and really good welder. So yeah, guys, do go check him out. Rear-wheel drive Saudi. Buy t-shirts, support us. You know, that's what we do. We don't get paid much from YouTube, so we just basically do it for likes and clicks. So yeah, rear-wheel drive Saudi. So as the name suggests, all square. Actually just clicked with me. I was just about to say, first step of the process, what Chris does is we need to make the car all square as a starting point. And then I'm like, oh, that's the name of the company, All Square. Racing road. I just said it correct the first time, almost. So yeah, what Chris is doing, he is writing all of the numbers from all the suspension things that he's reading, and I cannot really reveal all those secrets. So if you want this done professionally, you better call the man. It's not cheap, but it's mint. It's definitely better than doing it yourself. So yeah, getting the car all square. As you can see, it's on those adjustable platforms. Adjustable platforms? What are they called? They're like movable dollies. What would you call them?
The turn plates.
Turn plates.
Floating turn plates, so suspension can settle
Yeah.
to where it would be.
That's the big issue with people sort of doing it sort of at home. They don't have those because those are quite expensive, and you really need sort of the wheels to sort of the suspension to actually work. And on those, the car can, settle in. So he used some plywood sort of little spacers, if you will, to even out the space, because the idea is that the car has to be absolutely level to get it perfect. So we level the car, so now we know that it's pretty much level. The ground here is pretty level. So now he's loading the suspension, especially the front, just, with a bit of weight, just so it all settles and it all sits like it would. Straighten the wheel, get all the numbers, and from there you can start the adjustments. Apparently, I can start my own business by setting up cars. Yeah, it's a really good starting point. It's one of the things I've done correct again. Sort of. I mean, it's close enough. So the starting point is really good. So we've lowered the front suspension by 10 mil. There's two reasons. One is because it was a little bit too high always, and the splitter at the front was a little bit too high. So I want to sort of raise it down, but also I have fitted last year steeper springs for the front, and I think there was just like almost no travel anyway. So I think we can afford 10 mil down. Camber, we haven't sort of done anything with it yet. We've measured, and right now it's at 3.9.
3.9, so it's
3.9. I mean, you can tell it's way too much. So when I moved the suspension out and stuff, I didn't really adjust anything. It's just basically how it was. So we're going to obviously adjust that to whatever figure we think is best. But right now we're doing caster, so I think I need to do something. What am I doing?
I need you to give me some right hand lock, 15 degrees of lock at the wheel, please.
I bet you really want to see what he's doing. All right, let's show you.
Okay, now go to the left. Keep going. 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 A little bit more. Stop there. Perfect. Hold it there. 3.8.
3.8 caster. I think originally on the Clio, on the Cup has the most. I think it's 3.5, so 3.8, which is less than I had before. But I know this because what I did when I was fitting the suspension, I neutralized everything, and my main concern was to make it all straight and even so the length is correct. So I didn't sort of increase any of the cast or anything, so I just put them in a sort of nice starting point for Chris. So 3.9, I would say that's a really starting point. It means that we don't need to add anything extra. I was actually worried that it would be like at something like silly like 1, dead straight. And then to get to our desired 4.5, 5 degrees or whatever, you would need to sort of really adjust. But 3.9 is almost nothing. So we've just done the first side, and Chris started talking, and I said, shh, I need to get my camera out. YouTube's live. Anyway, Chris?
Yeah. So first adjustments, we've added a little bit of caster. We've taken about a degree of camber off. We'll soon know when it's on the floor. The other side's done and it's remeasured. And yeah, about another half an hour we can recheck it to see where we're at. So now I've got a rough idea how much I've moved it by. Well, now I know how much I moved it by. We'll remeasure it. So then I know, say, 5 mil on the top mount might be about half a degree of camber. So that I can start giving Ilya an idea. So when he's at the track, what adjustments he can make.
Does it make it easier with the new top mount?
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than those bloody bolts you've got on the strut.
Yeah.
Much better.
Well, while I was at it, just everything was chopped off. So I figured, it's easier now to just make top plates. And obviously Sean from the grid sort of measured everything, laser cut those things. We welded them on, and boom, now you have EP3 fully adjustable top mounts and stuff.
The quick caster adjustment is a luxury.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. So getting really close. You know what? I'll probably do a full update of what has been done, sort of a little bit closer and when it's done. But yeah, Chris is just going through bits by bits, and now it's all into fine adjustments. Oh, did I mention T-shirt? Very nice T-shirt by RWD Saudi. Of course I did. Yeah, Andy Ponting. Please subscribe. My race tech seat is now bolted to the cage at the back, like I was always meant to. I made a really nice Kevlar bracket, so now the seat is part of the cage, so it's part of the cross structure. Obviously, that doesn't help with the stuff we're doing today, but I have to work around Chris because obviously the car has to be ready for tomorrow, going on a trailer to Brands Hatch. And there's a few little bits and pieces left, but overall, it's all there. I mean, it may not look like it, but everything else, body panels, that's all on quick release. So I'm just sort of tidying a few things up and stuff like that.
What? Bad one. Back a little bit to the left. Stop. Touch of right. Stop. Hang on, what you wanted.
What is it?
5.
5.
Exactly 5. What you wanted.
We have 5 degrees of caster. It's more than last year, and it's not something ridiculous that people will ridicule me for. Like, what do you mean you're running 9 degrees of caster on a Clio? Yeah, you see? That. And the Pondate. Yeah, that's right. He'll probably laugh for me pushing his channel, but he's a really good lad. He's a really good lad. I mean, he's a brilliant engineer, good welder, and he's been building his cars for donkey's years. So yeah, subscribe. He has some worthy content. Yeah, very happy. 5 degrees of caster on this wheel. I assume the other side is the same. We're gonna check it now. So yeah, if it's 5 and 5, then we're winning.
Yes, mate, to the left. Little bit, keep going. Tiny bit. Stop there. Okay, other way. Little bit, stop. Perfect. Bang on 5, mate. And the camera won't lie. Bang on 5. Done. Get a tracking set, some people refer to it. Or that'll be the geometry done. Then we can get into corner weights and find out how heavy it is.
So yeah, guys, I've made a little poll on Instagram, and you know what? What the hell? I'll make it double. So go down into the comments. You know the score. Guess the weight. The closest person to guess the weight gets air freshener and a keyring from Rusky. Yeah, I mean, literally just for a little comment down below and stuff. But please do not cheat. Do not fast forward. I'll make sure I'll check this somehow. I don't know how. So now the strings come out. And I know before some people say, oh, where is the frame that mounts onto the thing, the professional one? It's in the van. We're not using it because this thing doesn't have anywhere to mount it on. And we had this issue last time, and we decided to use the old-fashioned axle stands. And believe me, the results will be exactly the same. It just makes Chris's job a little bit more difficult, obviously adjusting it and making it all square. See what I did there? So yeah, by the way, weight, you remember? Have you left your guesses yet? I mean, keyring and air freshener. They don't come cheap or free usually. I mean, if you come to Brands Hatch, I'll probably have some free air freshener. So do come and say hello and check this beast out in person. Everything has to be absolutely level. I mean, of course, if you're doing it at home by yourself and you have some cheapo scales or whatever, and you're not too worried. I mean, the ballpark figure obviously would be the same. I mean, scale, weight is the weight, right? But the reason why Chris is doing it like that is because we're going to do corner weighting. And for corner weighting, it has to be absolutely spot on, level, flat, and even surfaces. That's why it's really handy to have those bases. Perfect balance. And sometimes it can be a little bit sort of misinterpreted. A lot of people think that you're trying to get it sort of even, whatever, but what you're trying to do is get the cross weight to 50%. Is that correct?
Driver's on the right, engine's on the right. I know you've got a gearbox on the left, but it's still a bit...
Well, most of the weight is on the driver's side.
Yeah, so what we need to do, the left to right, we won't be able to get 50-50, so we're trying to get the diagonal weights, sort of left front, right rear, and the right front, left rear. We'll try and get that figure as close to 50% as we can. And that's the aim. If we can get it 50.0 would be perfect. But if I can get it,
We got it
under-
50.0.
it was pretty good last time, wasn't it? Yeah. So if I can get that again, that'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
I think it was 50.01 maybe. But
ridiculous.
it was jumping. It was jumping. I think it was, but yeah, it was 50-50. So yeah, that's your sort of 50-50 cross weight. It's not sort of actual 50, 50 to the rear, 50 to the front. Because physically it would be impossible, because it means that I would need to put 300 kilograms on the back, because obviously the back has no engine. So yeah, do the math. It would be impossible. And obviously because I am sitting, like Chris said, on the right hand side, then of course you can't, you need to put sort of weight on the left. So that's why you can't do it wheel to wheel. But yeah, as long as we can get it diagonally to 50 like we did last time, we are absolutely golden. And look, another addition. See, I'm not just sitting and sort of tweaking my nose while Chris is working. And play. I mean, they are magnificent. No self-promotion here, but of course I can make you some of those. They're not going to be cheap, because Rusky is not cheap. He's professional now. I mean, those cars don't, they cost a bomb. So yeah. Anyways, I'll be reasonable. If you want something like this or any other carbon work, you know where to find me. I am quite picky with clients. Unfortunately, I don't have very much free time. So, if it's something interesting, I'll do it. If it's just something mundane, I'm afraid there might be a long wait. I'll just put it like that. So yeah, you see they're slightly curved. Obviously, I've done all the calculations on the aero side of things in my head. Not. So just like the look of it. So yeah, that's what we're running with. So Chris is almost done. If I did not mention this before, t-shirt, look at that. Buy it from Saudi Arabi. Real Saudi. Anyways, go check out his channel. And guess the weight. Yeah, haven't left a guess in the comments down below. This is your chance. Chris is gonna reveal it to me live on YouTube, just to make it interesting.
I'm actually quite nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I want to make sure it's exactly what you want. Should I just lie to you so you're happy?
No, we want the truth. Well, one thing for sure, it's gonna be lighter than last year. It has to be lighter than last year, because there's a lot of lightweight parts that were missing from last year's car. So, guys, last chance. You're probably tired of me saying, "Oh, leave a comment." But you know what? Comments really do help push those videos up the ranks. And the more people watch it, the more people subscribe to my channel, like these videos, the more opportunities I get with other companies, the more opportunities Chris will get by doing your car, because more people will see it and will love what he does, and they will want a car as light as this. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You can't just have a professional man weigh your car and it will weigh less. You need to put some work in. Get the grinder out. So, yeah. Literally, nearly there. I'm actually nervous. You know what I'm gonna do? Interesting. I'll give you a little countdown until you can leave your guesses, and then I'm gonna guess myself.
I reckon you're 2 minutes away.
2 minutes.
2 minutes from knowing.
Yeah. Remember, this weight right now is with a driver, so we put 95 kilograms ballast. We're gonna subtract that. I mean, it is gonna be nice to know, but also we need that weight for corner weighting, because obviously when you do the corner weighting, you're corner weighting the car as it would drive. So it has fuel. We'll deduct that. But I don't know. You know what? Just make your guesses. Your 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Forgot what goes after 8 for a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I think Chris knows, and he's writing something, and he's smiling, So, yeah. So I'm gonna make my guess now. I think it's gonna be 858 kilograms.
Okay, you ready for the reveal?
Yeah. Go on.
8,
Okay. Good.
7, 1.
Oh.
It's only 13 out. Go down the gym. You've done it.
Well, that's not good enough.
Not far. 13. Hang on a minute. Hang on. We've got jacking posts.
Oh yeah. That's 2 kilos. Easy. Jacking post. Oh, rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake. Okay, even without those. Yeah, 1 kilo each. So was that 8, 7, 8, 6, 9?
869. Okay, well that's better. I mean, we're in the sixes. 869. Yeah, I mean, my goal was 850, but it's all difficult. Is this with fuel?
That's without you and fuel.
Without me and fuel. Yeah, without me and fuel.
Oil's coolant, but without you and
Oil's coolant. So yeah, so that's pretty much. Yeah, it's 100 kilograms lighter than last year's. So we got our cross weight result. You don't need to guess that, but it's
50.1. 50 is closest. There's like 3 kilos in it across the car diagonally, so we're looking at 50.1.
that's basically what we had last time. It was 50 to 50.1, sort of flickering here and there.
It's flickering now.
We got it very, very close again, which is brilliant.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, there's not much to report now. Pretty much done. Yeah. So the weight is 869 kilograms. I can definitely lose a bit more. I have no idea where from, because I think I've tried to lose weight from pretty much everywhere. I know that the doors can be lighter. I know that the mirrors, I need to make different ones, so they're just basically there for now. There's a few bits and pieces here and there, but yeah, it will be pretty difficult at this stage to lose much weight. Maybe I can lose another 10, but then that's it. You're kind of you're at the limit of cutting into structural sort of metal of the chassis itself, which I'm not really prepared to do that. Exhaust, obviously, titanium exhaust. If you are a titanium producer and you would like to sponsor Rusky, I mean, right now it doesn't have any stickers, but there will be some space for you. So yeah, hit me up. I'll gladly take some of your titanium products and make an exhaust for it, because that would save some decent weight.
Titanium bolts. There's titanium bolt manufacturers in this country.
Yeah, titanium bolt.
Titanium bolts.
I mean, I only have 3 titanium bolts on the manifold, so yeah.
Hollow drive shafts. So like Formula 3.
Christ. Now you're just talking.
I'm gonna save weight.
Yeah, and now billet hubs and everything like that. So, and you probably noticed Chris is wearing a really nice T-shirt, a different one that he came with. I wonder where he got this from. I still have a few left in my web shop. Link is in description. So yeah, go buy them, support me and this car, and every single penny goes right back into it. Trust me. Fantastic. I am very happy. Almost achieved my weight, but it's definitely lighter than last year. It's under a ton with a driver and full tank of fuel. It should be fast enough. So on this note, I think I'm gonna end this video here. Again, Chris, thank you very much for doing this again.
Thank you for asking me over.
Your company name.
All Square.
Race and Road.
Yes.
All Square Race and Road. Like, see? It says on the cap. Yeah. Find him on Instagram or Facebook, or you on YouTube?
Not on YouTube, no.
You should be. You should be. Yeah, I don't have time. Man is very busy, so you have to book in advance.
Or find me at a racetrack every week.
Yeah, I'll obviously leave a link in the description. So if you want Top Man to do your stuff on location, because that's what you specialize in, isn't it?
Yeah, we now have a workshop as well.
Yeah, workshop is good.
We can do suspension restorations over the winter out of race season. You can come to us with your car, so if you want any extra stuff done, you can leave it with us for a few days.
And you're a dealer for like nitrons, gas, KW and stuff like that.
So regular shocks like conies or coilovers. Yeah, we do, like you said, gas, Intrax, nitron, KW. We do Super Pro suspension bushes. What else do I do? I sell pit equipment as well, Vision motor racing equipment. So yeah, you can get quite a lot of steering, suspension and setup items from me.
Perfect. You see, one man for everything. So yeah, obviously leave a link in the description. Hit him up. Follow them on Instagram. And yeah, that's it from me. And probably the next video. I actually have no idea when this one is going to come out. I'm sorry, there's such a big backlog of videos, because doing this and editing is just not ideal. But yeah, the next thing for this is literally Brands Hatch, which we're leaving tomorrow for 2 days of testing effectively. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. Click like, comments, and yeah, bye guys.